May peace and blessings be upon you, my friends. Welcome to Story Time with Miss Giraffe. Assalamu alaykum, reading buddies. Welcome to Story Time with Miss Giraffe. I'm very happy to be here with you today. First, we have a special salam going out to Khadija, Humaira, Ibrahim, Musa, and Asiya. We also have a special salam going out to Yusuf, Amin, Hassan, and Zain. Assalamu alaykum. Do you know that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam was known as As-Sadiq al-Amin, the truthful and the honest? He never told any lies, and he was always truthful to everyone. Even the people that didn't believe in the message of Islam, they still knew him as an honest and truthful person. He never lied to anyone. It is very important for us to be honest and truthful all the time. So today, InshaAllah, we are going to read the book, Zack and His Little Lies. It's a very good book. If you have a copy of it, go grab it so you can read along with me. Bismillah. Zack and His Little Lies by Samia Mair and illustrated by Omar, Burgess. Zack was having a great day. He only had one more chore to do, delivering baklava to some neighbors. After that, Baba had promised to take him and Hannah to the new skateboard park. Zack, his mother called from downstairs, make sure that the lid to Dwayne's terrarium is on tightly before leaving. Zack looked at the terrarium. The lid was off, and Dwayne, his pet bearded dragon, was nowhere to be seen. Dwayne, Zack whispered, wherever you are, stay here and be good. Zack, is Dwayne in his terrarium? Mama asked as he was walking down the stairs. Zack hesitated. He didn't want to tell his mama that Dwayne had escaped again, but he didn't want to lie either. Zack thought about telling the truth, but instead he said, safe and sound. Hannah started to giggle. What's so funny? Zack asked angrily. Hannah pointed to his shoulder. Dwayne was sitting there comfortably with a big grin on his face. What did Baba and I tell you about lying? Mama asked. If you lie one more time today, there will be no skateboard park later. Do you understand? Zack nodded. He knew his mama was right. Good, she said. Please put Dwayne back. Then you and Hannah can deliver these 2 boxes of baklava to the neighbors. Zack ran to his room and quickly put Dwayne back. He then hurried back downstairs, excited to finish his last chore. At the front door, he grabbed a box of pastries from his mama and jumped on his skateboard. Whatever you do, kids, do not even go near Miss Martha's flower bed, Mama said as they were leaving. She still hasn't forgotten when Dwayne ate her geraniums. Their first stop was Mrs. Clark's house. Mrs. Clark opened her door and Zack handed her a box of baklava. These smell great, Mrs. Clark said. I'm sure you will raise a lot of money for your masjid with these. Hannah, come with me and I'll give you the money. Zack, the boys are in the kitchen. I'm sure they'd love to see you. Zack wasn't so sure he wanted to see them. Mrs. Clark's sons were a few years older than Zack, and they teased him a lot in school. Littlezaki, one of the boys said when Zack walked into the kitchen. I dare you to try one of my mom's famous jalapeno fireballs. He picked up a plate full of food and thrust it under Zack's nose. Zack had never heard of a jalapeno fireball before, but it sounded hot and spicy, and he didn't like hot and spicy things at all. If he told the truth, the older boys would tease him, but he didn't want to lie because he really wanted to go to the new skateboard park. Zack thought about telling the truth, but instead he said, "I love fireballs," and grabbed the biggest jalapeno on the plate, plopping it into his mouth. As soon as he bit into it, he knew that he had made a big mistake. He started to sweat. His eyes teared, his cheeks tingled, his tongue burned. It felt like a volcano was erupting in his mouth. "Ah!" Zack screamed. The fireball was too hot to swallow, so he ran outside to spit it out. He could hear the brothers laughing behind him. Zack waited for Hannah outside. He was embarrassed and upset, and it still felt like he was breathing fire. Lying isn't good, he thought. "What's wrong with you? Come on, let's go," Hannah said when she saw him. She wanted to drop off the last box of baklava as quickly as possible to get to the new skateboard park. She was excited as well. Zack jumped on his skateboard and followed Hannah, who was almost running now. Zack caught up with Hannah at Miss Pat's letterbox. Suddenly, they heard loud barking coming from her house. Zack froze. "You're not still scared of dogs, are you?" Hannah asked, a little surprised. Zack had been terrified of dogs ever since a giant dog knocked him over when he was younger. If he told the truth, Hannah would know that he was still afraid, but he didn't want to lie either because he really wanted to go to the new skateboard park. Zack thought about telling the truth, but instead he said, "Not scared at all." Zack grabbed the pastry box from Hannah and headed for Miss Pat's front door without her. When he knocked on the door, the dog barked even louder. "Back, Moose, back!" Miss Pat yelled from inside. As soon as Miss Pat opened the door, the dog burst out. "Ah!" Zack dropped the pastry box and dashed straight for the slide at the side of the house. When he was safely at the top, he looked down to see the ferocious dog that was chasing him. Now, Moose, you shouldn't be scaring people," Miss Pat said as she picked up her little pooch and patted his head gently. "Here, honey, you don't want to leave without this." Miss Pat handed Zack some money and walked back inside. "Not scared at all," Hannah said as she approached Zack laughing. Zack said nothing and slid down the slide. Lying isn't good, he thought as he walked to get his skateboard at the letterbox. "I'll tell you what," Hannah said. "I won't tell Mama that you lied about being scared of the little dog if you race me home." Zack did not like to race Hannah. She always won, but maybe he had a chance this time. He had his skateboard and she would be on foot. "I guess so," he said. "Ready, set, go!" Hannah said, sprinting off down the pavement before Zack had picked up his skateboard. "That's not fair!" Zack yelled. "I wasn't even ready!" Zack jumped on his skateboard and chased after Hannah. She was still in the lead when they were about a block away from home. But first, they had to pass Miss Martha's flower bed. "You'd better slow down at the corner!" Zack yelled to Hannah. "Remember what Mama said!" "Don't worry about me!" Hannah shouted back. "Watch this!" Hannah did a grand jeté leap over Miss Martha's flower bed like a prima ballerina. At precisely that moment, Miss Martha looked out her window to admire her flowers. Instead, she saw Hannah soaring over her precious flower bed. She did not wait to see where Hannah landed. She ran to get her phone to call Hannah's mother. Zack, who was catching up, saw Hannah land safely. She had not touched a single petal, but she was slowing down. He was sure that he could still beat her. Suddenly, Dwayne seemed to appear out of nowhere, right in front of him. "Watch out!" Zack screamed. Zack swerved just in time, saving Dwayne, but he rolled straight through the middle of Miss Martha's beautiful flowers, leaving a very unfortunate path. "Miss Martha just called me very upset," Mama said as soon as Zack walked in the door. "Uh-oh," Zack thought. "I'm in trouble now." She saw Hannah leaping over her flower bed, and now her flowers are trampled. Hannah said that she didn't touch them. Do you know what happened? Zack knew exactly what had happened. If he told the truth, he would get in big trouble. But he didn't want to lie either, because he really wanted to go to the new skateboard park. Zack thought about telling the truth. But instead, he said, "Nope, I have no idea." Zack walked up the stairs to his room. He heard Baba talking to Hannah and Hannah crying as he passed by her room. He felt terrible. Lying isn't good, he thought. "I'm ready!" Baba burst into Zack's room. He was all decked out in skateboard gear, looking rather silly for a Baba. "Me too," Zack said glumly. Zack felt badly because of all the lies he had told that day, especially about Hannah and the flowers. "Why the sad face?" Baba asked. Zack didn't want to tell his Baba why he was so sad. Zack thought about telling the truth. And he did. He saw his Quran on his bookshelf and remembered the ayah, "Nothing in the earth and in the heavens is hidden from Allah." And Zack realized that even if his parents didn't know about all of his lies, Allah knew. He also remembered what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had said about being truthful, especially that truthfulness leads to good deeds and good deeds lead to Jannah. Suddenly, going to the new skateboard park didn't seem that important anymore. Zack told his Baba everything that had happened that day, including all of his lies. When Zack was done, Baba said, "The truthful men and the truthful women, for them Allah has prepared forgiveness and a great reward." Tears filled Zack's eyes. "I am not one of the truthful," he said. "Don't be sad," Baba said. "This ayah is about you. You told the truth about your lies. Allah is the most forgiving, most merciful. We should never lose hope in Allah's mercy. Zack, how do you think you can make this right?" Zack thought for a moment. "I can start by telling Mama and Hannah the truth about the flowers, and then I have some neighbors to visit and a flower bed to fix." Zack smiled to himself. "Telling the truth feels great," he thought as he led the way to Miss Martha's house. The end. There's a hadith by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ that says that honesty leads to Jannah and lying leads to hellfire. And when a person is honest, he or she will be known by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as an honest, truthful person. But then when a person keeps lying, they will be known by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that that person is a liar. We always have to train ourselves, no matter how difficult the situation is, to always tell the truth. Even when we make a mistake or do something wrong, we still have to be honest and tell the truth no matter what. Some people think that lying will get them out of trouble, but it's actually the other way around. When you make a mistake and then lie about it, it's going to put you in more trouble. But then when you are honest and truthful, even the people who you have mistaken will respect you and understand what happened when you tell the truth. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed the story today. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and share the video with your friends. Stay healthy, awesome, and with strong iman. I'll see you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories, inshallah. Email me and let me know what your favorite Muslim children's book is. Jazakumullah khairan for stopping by. Assalamu alaikum.